Fix right here. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Showtime. The right way to start your day. This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue with Gabe Neitzel and Mark Chamara. Here's Jen Latta.
I'm taking a quick survey this morning. Anybody here end up in the emergency room last night? Anybody?
No, I'm good.
No.
Bueller? Bueller? Oh, so just me then. Cool.
What happened?
Yeah. So I told you guys that we bought that swing at, not that kind of
State Fair.
swing, Joshy. Good grief. We bought that swing at State Fair, the Expo Center, right? The outdoor swing, the zero gravity swing, right? So yesterday, Dario had to go pick it up because State Fair ended on Sunday. And that's what they do when you buy the floor models. You go pick them up on Monday morning. There's like a line of cars with flatbeds and box, trucks and all just picking up their stuff. The hot tubs that you see that are sold, the floor models, all of that stuff. So anyway, he brings it back to the house. It's fantastic. We sat in it for a good hour and a half last night, like old people sipping lemonade. It was lush. But before we could put it in the spot that we picked, we had to clear out some of the branches, some of the tree, it's just, whatever, yard stuff.
Scrub brush.
Yeah, brush. And we have in our neighborhood what I call murder branches. Have I told you guys about these murder branches
Yeah,
before?
because you've cleared out, or some of the trees have been cleared out over time, and they're pretty sharp.
Got these giant thorns on them,
Yeah.
2 inches long. I said if you were in medieval times and you had to pick a weapon, that's what I would have picked, right? Like, give me a murder branch, and I'll just, you get the picture. So I move in one, I throw it over in the fire pit pile, and it's a big gangly branch, and it comes bouncing back towards me. And so, like a dummy, I stick my hands up to catch it, and sure enough, whoop, thorn. In the palm, through the palm, and I was like, oh, man, come on, right? Bleeding immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Not even the thing where it's like, we're going to give it a beat so you can run inside and grab a paper towel, just immediately gushing blood.
No, paper towel's not going to do you any good in that situation.
Did you snap it off in there?
Great question by you, Dr. Chamura. So I was like, it hurt, but it was like a nuisance. You know what I mean? Just like where you're like, oh, this is going to be annoying. But as the day went on, that was like at 10:30 in the morning, I lost feeling in my pinky.
You had a nerve.
So at 6 o'clock, I was like,
You are a doctor.
I am.
You should have gone to Chewy.
Yeah.
I mean, probably would have saved you some cash.
So at 6 o'clock, I made my way over to urgent care. And I was like, hi, this happened. So I was there for a good hour and a half. And the woman was like, they did a x-ray. They did, but the problem with a thorn, even if it's a giant murder branch thorn, they can't see it on the x-ray. It's not like metal or some other, the wood or whatever, they called it biology, Joshy, you look like you want to help me out here.
We weren't there.
because it's like a natural material. It's not a metal. It is a I know what you're looking for, I'll find it.
Yeah, it doesn't show up on the x-ray. So the lady's like, you got to go to urgent care. She's like, there's a good chance you hit a nerve, or there's a chance you hit a nerve. You got to go to the emergency room. You got to go to the emergency room and see the hand specialist.
Organic is what you're looking
Yes,
for.
thank you. That's the word. Yes, thank you so much. It's an organic material. It doesn't show up on the x-ray.
They didn't have the super duper eyewear.
The
You know?
what?
The goofy eyewear that they put on. They're square, really magnifying. Yeah, I could have taken care of this thing.
Super duper eyewear doesn't sound like an official term.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is. He went to medical school adjacent,
Yes.
so he knows what he's talking about.
Okay. No super
So you had to go
duper
to
eyewear.
two places?
So
you had to go to
I-
urgent
so
care
here's
and the emergency
So
room?
here's the thing. So I leave urgent
Sounds like
care.
a scam to me.
I start walking home because Dario had taken the kids for dinner. I thought I'd be able to just meet them for dinner. I didn't drive. So I'm so angry at this. I just start walking home. Dario's like, I will come and pick you up. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I need to walk. So I walked about, I don't know, a mile and a half before I was like, okay, come pick me up now. I got to go to the emergency room. But I went home and had dinner because I hadn't eaten now. It's like 8:30, almost 9 o'clock. And the lady at urgent care calls me and says, actually, you don't have to go to the emergency room. I spoke to the hand specialist. They're going to call you tomorrow, schedule an appointment. You'll go into their facility, and they'll do the necessary work to see. So currently, you guys, and this is probably for the YouTube fans out there who are watching on YouTube, I have total range of motion with the first 3 fingers after my thumb, right?
Yep.
I can't do anything with this pinky.
Yeah, you had a nerve. It'll come back.
You think?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I was just talking to someone that had one, lost feeling in their forearm, and I diagnosed it, of course.
Did it come back? I'm very concerned about the feeling in my pinky coming back, Chew.
Oh, it'll come back. I lose feeling in my hand all the time.
I don't know if that's as reassuring as you think it is, or if you should be going
mine's
to
a
see
neck
a hand.
thing.
Would you care for me to weigh in on that? It's not.
If you were to lose the feeling in any finger, the pinky's the first to go.
Thanks, John.
I'm going little toe.
I said finger.
Finger.
Yeah, but
Now you're talking about a completely different appendage.
well, would you agree with the little toe?
100%. We all agree with the pinky. Come on, the pinky toe.
The pinky toe seemingly, I don't know what it. I can't. I've never moved it.
It's just a stabilizing.
Yeah, it's
tool,
a
isn't it?
balance
It's like
thing.
a-
It
Yeah.
goes
I can figure it out.
all the way home.
You seen Dion's foot? He's missing like half of it.
Yeah.
He can still walk.
Yeah.
Well, I have not seen Dion's foot, but
Those little piggies are barely hanging on.
I heard some of them have gone to market actually. So
Well, didn't Ronnie Lott cut his pinky off to play? Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's dedication. You think Aaron Banks is doing that? Nah. Nah.
I don't think Jen should do that.
Not yet.
how concerned are we with infection? Because Jalen weighing in on the YouTube stream already, saying they should have asked you if you are up to date on your tetanus shot. Tree
That's
bark
not
can
metal.
carry the spores because dirt and dust carry it. And
not
then he
metal.
says, LOL. Not a lot of LOLing going on here with the.
See, I would have looked. I would have been that. And then Neosporin, you're out the door. Buy me a beer sometime.
I mean, it doesn't
Buy
help
you a
with
beer.
the.
You don't
Again,
even like beer.
Do you know?
No.
Do you
bring me
know?
a Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Do you know if you're? Would you have any idea if you're up to date on your tetanus?
I would guess not. I mean,
I am.
I stepped on a nail and had to go very recently, and they asked me. I was like, I have no earthly idea.
yeah, great point.
Why would I know
I
that?
mean, I know my kids are all up to date because
Right.
the school mandates certain, like.
But
Crap.
what is
I think-
lockjaw? What's lockjaw? Your jaw just locks up and you foam at the mouth? That's what you get from tetanus. Lockjaw.
So you're saying it's not that bad? Is that what this is?
How's your jaw?
Your jaw's good. Yeah, good. Still good. I'm very nervous about this, guys. I mean, this pinky will not bend. And it's swollen. You can see, I mean,
Yeah.
it's not dramatically swollen. You're like, whoa, how about a club for a hand today? No, but like compared to the other one,
It's
you can
bigger
see-
than the other pinky, yes. When you do the side-by-side comparison.
and it will not bend. Bend the knee. Bend the knee. Won't do it. So
Well, that's why you're going to see the hand specialist.
yeah, I'm a little bit scared.
If it was incredibly urgent, then you'd have had to go to the ER. But because they called you back and say, "Hey, we'll schedule an appointment with the hand specialist," I think it's going to be all right.
Yeah, you'll be all right. I had hand surgery.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never noticed those scars before. Although, why would I?
Why would you be looking at the palm of
Are
Chewy's
we
hand?
high fiving a lot here in the studio?
And I couldn't move my hands for a good 2 months. Because think how many nerves are in there. There's
When
a lot
did that
of nerves.
happen?
2003.
Okay, so well before we knew you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we
How
knew you, but
miserable were you? Because if you couldn't move your hand for 2 months, you're not lifting weights.
No, it was tough. Tough.
Chewy going 2 months without a workout?
And it was one of the first time I almost fainted because of Holmgren. Because all I could picture is them cutting, and then lifting the skin up.
Sure.
When she went to change the setting.
Yeah.
And then she went, hold on. I slumped in the chair. I don't think you want to catch me if I faint. Like a tree.
You're going to need like a left tackle to catch you.
I was just thinking, the
Yeah.
pool of people who are capable of catching you, buddy, is
Yeah.
small.
Have Frank be there so he can catch you.
And none of them are here in this room
No.
for whatever it's worth. I appreciate your optimism. I really do. Because and now I slept last night. I slept fine. I woke up this morning, and when you do inventory of your body, oh, that hurts, this hurts. I was like, that still hurts. And the pinky, again, still won't bend.
Yeah.
So, again, if you think that it'll be okay.
I think you'll be okay. I just have some issues with the medical field. Some stuff. I mean, Gabe, you saw the thing growing on my finger one time.
Yeah, I don't know
They're
what
like,
that
come
was.
in, grow in.
Oh, you were lucky enough to know him during that period.
Oh,
Remember that?
No, I do remember that.
I did it myself. You know what it cost me? Nothing.
You did that? What were we doing? Like a punt, pass, and kick thing out
I
at
don't know.
Wisconsin Lutheran College's field? I just remember being out there,
Yeah.
and you're like on the sideline, like picking at it.
No, but then I took a scalpel and cut it open and squeezed it and
Got
little
all the-
Neosporin, and I'm good. Saved me probably about $400.
There was something growing, and it was
There
definitely
was.
pussy when he,
What,
It wasn't that. It was
what
like
do you
silicone.
need that
It was weird.
$400 for?
It's just,
Amazon.
Principal. It's the principal, Joshy.
yeah.
Goodness gracious!
What?
Just go to the damn doctor.
No.
He did that one himself.
No. Now they schedule me now without even me knowing about it. I'm like,
You think the doctor office is scheduling that, or do you think someone in your own house is doing that?
yeah, I don't
The
know.
call's coming from inside the house, brother.
You think so?
She seems to worry about you and your health
She does. My health's fine.
because she makes you go to the doctor regularly. If it wasn't for your wife, you would not go to the doctor as often as you should. True or false?
See, you jammed yourself up with the should line there. Because the should, he pushes through his own prism, right? You're expecting him to push it through the universal prism.
Yeah.
He's going to push it through the
The
Chewy prism.
mentality gives you enough to know where you're at medically. That's all I'm saying.
Well, when you're doing
This now it's just redundancy.
because you're getting in,
It's
you're
just
getting the blood work
redundancy.
back.
This is like when I'm asked who my primary care physician is, and I mentioned my gynecologist, and I'm like, I see her once a year. She
Yes.
does all the stuff,
Yeah.
right? Top to bottom.
Exactly. Thank you. Right?
You and the issues you have had because you played in the NFL should go see the doctor, and probably more than one doctor once a year. You shouldn't just be going and getting the blood work from the testosterone replacement that you're doing.
I think that
The blood work. Blood work is good to me.
looks fine.
Shut up mentality.
Yeah. No, I've given up on the brain. The brain's done. It's too aggravating. It's too much work. It is annoying. I am never doing another sit in a room for 4 hours and do these stupid tests.
I'm not even talking about your brain.
What are we talking about?
Your hips, your knees.
Oh, that's fine.
You need a hip replacement.
No, I'm good now.
What do you mean you're good now?
It's all better.
Put Neosporin on it. Did you hear?
One big Band-Aid you put on there.
Although I'm not going to lie, there's nothing like a good surgery.
This is a take that you've had for a long time.
Disagree.
There's nothing like a good surgery.
Chewy feels like he's going to the. It's like a spa
It's like
day
a
for
spa.
Chewy. Yeah,
Yes.
like a spa day for him.
Yeah. Would you like some Toradol? Sure. Yes.
What about after the spa day?
Yeah, discharge is a sad day. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much any definition of discharge is bad.
Yeah. Well, moving on.
Don't do the thing.
Not all.
Yeah.
Is this like yesterday?
Yes, I was going to say.
Picked up right where we started. 800-990-3776. I do have some people in the Carbless Talking text line and on the YouTube stream who are concerned for me. Others who feel strongly like Chewy. I'm going to be fine. Jordan says super glue and Neosporin Neosporin can take care of a lot of bodily injuries. Sounds like he went to Chewy's School of Medicine.
Yes.
Sounds a lot like my dad. My
Jay
dad would
says-
just throw electrical tape on it. And
Yeah,
call it a
I remember
day.
those days. Yeah.
I'm shocked.
The only thing I had.
I'm shocked that at urgent care they followed up and made an appointment for you. Usually it's a run in and run out. No, I have talked before, guys, about how when I was 6 years old, I fell off the monkey bars at my girlfriend's house. They lived right around the corner from us. And I definitely hurt my hand. I hurt my wrist. And I was crying in my bed at like 9:30 at night after being put to bed in my peach, get the story right, Jen. Peach footed pajamas. Okay, I was 6 years
Oh, those
old.
were the
The
best.
footed pajamas, crying in my bed because my dad had taken popsicle sticks and duct tape and tried to create a homemade splint for my fractured wrist.
Yeah.
We ended up in the emergency room, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that's broken. That's broken in a couple of places, actually." Props for the effort, Dad.
So the popsicle sticks didn't work, is what you're saying.
Correct.
They didn't work.
Yes, I should be very clear on that. The home remedy in that case was not sufficient.
Probably because he didn't use Neosporin.
No, the popsicle sticks are just for the fingers. Wrist is a little too much.
No, you got to use one of those.
Those are the miniature baseball
shims.
bats.
You got to use one.
You
See,
remember
now
those
I would have
things?
thought that the miniature
Little
baseball
clubs.
bats would be for your femur or something. I was thinking the shims that you stick under a cabinet when it's leaning a little bit. You put one of those shims
Well, the
on
old
there.
lifestyles were the best. Milkweed for warts, bee sting, so disgusting. Your dad would spit in dirt to make mud and pull the stinger out.
So bad.
You remember that one?
So horrible.
No.
Like, what are you doing?
You just use a credit card and scrape over it.
No, that's
Stinger
for that.
out.
No, that's for ticks.
No.
Yes,
It's for,
I've done it with
as
ticks.
somebody who's allergic to bees and has been stung in the jugular. The method you should use is to take a credit card, swipe it over it, and get the stinger out because it continues to pump after you've been stung.
Okay. Yeah, but you can do
You
it.
can use your fingernail in the pinch if you need to. Never squeeze it.
Are we skipping over tweezers? Do tweezers somehow?
You can't do tweezers with a bee sting.
Really?
Does it fall
Squeeze the
apart?
venom into yourself.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Correct.
What if you can see the stinger? If it's sticking out, you're telling me you can't get in there delicately
Jen,
enough? And...
when you squeeze something, what happens to it? If it's got one end that's open.
It's like urchins.
Oh, so you're
too.
saying it puts the...
Yeah.
So you're telling me it's not already in your skin?
It continues to pump into your body after the stinger is in you.
I'm still not understanding the physics of the credit card. So during the break, maybe you'll have to demonstrate
And then
that.
Well,
jellyfish.
because you're
Jellyfish.
just kind of popping it out because you're just kind of scratching it to get it out.
Sliding over instead of squeezing.
Jellyfish you pee on.
That's
Again,
an
these
old
are
wives'
all-
tale.
That's,
Yes.
I think, what he's still
Yeah,
doing.
that's-
is the old...
yeah.
You realize old wives' tales are all...
No, it works. There's jellyfish in Florida. Big ones.
I'm aware.
First
Yeah,
of all,
that's- yep,
you will
oceans.
look for
No
any
one's-
excuse to pee outside. So
Fair.
Chewy's standing on the beach going, "Is that a jellyfish over there?
Yeah.
I'm on it."
No one was doubting that jellyfish exist in Florida. What I'm doubting is you should pee on your pal if he gets stung by a jellyfish. That doesn't do anything.
Mike Sherman did. He didn't pee on him. But Bob Davies, when I was at New Mexico, the old Notre Dame coach, told me he got stung in the back,
Mm-hmm.
and Mike Sherman was sucking the venom out of it. And I'm like,
It's a good friend. It's a good friend.
I'm not doing that.
No kidding.
Don't famously your saliva glands also absorb? So if you're sucking venom out, you would be taking it into your mouth.
Yeah,
Supposed
it's
to
called
just try to hold it
taking
in
it
your
for
mouth
the
and
team.
spit it out, right? When people have done that before with like snake bites. Again, most of this education is coming from movies, so take it for what it's worth. But you're supposed to keep it in your mouth and then spit it out, right?
All right. Let's
Right,
go
but
to
I'm saying
break.
your mouth absorbs.
Gabe,
And
I
we're
had
back.
to do it.
And we're back. 800-990-3776. Someone said, "Why don't you use paint stirrers for the wrist?"
Yeah, that's
another
we're
good
getting
one.
there. We're
That's
getting
another
there.
Okay, yeah,
good
now we
Yeah.
got good ideas.
Yeah.
Got Jason Wilde coming up next. Stick around.
Imagine hosting an event where you don't have to check your phone or put out a single fire. Curated music, immersive lighting, a welcoming atmosphere. Everything is coming together seamlessly. The guests are smiling, the conversations are flowing. You're not worried about what's happening behind the scenes. It may seem like a dream. It doesn't have to be. If you work with Events by Design, they'll handle the planning, production, and every detail that makes your next events unforgettable. So focus on your guests instead of a to-do list. You can get started today. See what they can do for you, whether it's a big event, whether it's just small, them providing a little bit of help for you. See how they can help you. Just search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
794 southbound, just about a mile south of Oklahoma Avenue. We got the left lane blocked with a broken down vehicle, so watch out for that. Delays westbound 94 now from 27th Street to Holly Road, eastbound from 92nd Street all the way to about 68th, and then a little bit coming out of the stadium interchange as well. Northbound 41, watch for delays from Capitol Drive up past Hampton. Traffic is brought to you by MoMA. Tweak your knee, shoulder, back, ankle, or foot. MoMA connects walk-in orthopedic care and sports medicine to help you get back in the game. Call or walk in today. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy and humid, a chance for afternoon showers or storms, a high of 81. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies with a low of 64. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going? Head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails. It's the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
Get your final August plans in for Brewers Rangers Action Friday, August 28th through Sunday the 30th. Starting with the Cole Swindell postgame concert at Country Music Night on Friday, featuring a belt buckle with a special ticket. Then it's Jackson Churio Mania. Get the Churio Bowl giveaway Saturday, courtesy of 620 WTMJ. And get it on the Final Kids Cheer Free Sunday before summer ends. Kids get a Churio Height poster on Sunday, courtesy of Joy. Get tickets for it all at brewers.com.
Ready, down, hood. All Packers, all the time.
He was a field-tilting player, and the reason why Gabe and many others are so concerned is that this guy's on the field, he changes the offensive dynamic. They are a different offense when he is there.
Okay, most of the time.
You know, Homer calls Matt LaFleur soft all the time. Matt LaFleur is like Vince Lombardi compared to me.
It's Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy is brought to you by Exterior Pros. Ready to tackle your home improvement project? Exterior Pros and Baths is giving $3,000 off roofing, siding, windows, or bath remodels this month. Visit extpros.com.
Green Bay Packers off yesterday, back in action today at training camp up in Green Bay. For all the latest, we go to our friend and teammate Jason Wilde. Good morning, Jason. How you doing today?
Good. Great to be on the hands team.
Yeah, exactly. They're not going to let me be on hands team, not with this sucker. What should we be looking for today as the Packers get back at it? I know that they were working out and they had activities over the weekend, but I know a lot of people headed up to training camp today. What should we be keeping an eye on?
Well, this is going to be a heavy workload day again. They're kind of taking, well, Matt LaFleur isn't quite into regular season mode just yet. Today is Tuesday, but it's a Thursday in the work week, and then tomorrow will be a Friday. They travel on Thursday, and then they play on Friday, which is like a Sunday. I love it when we do this. I always get confused. But yeah, he's got a lot of work to do still, right? I mean, these practices are really important this week, and then next week, obviously, heading into the joint practice with the Cardinals before the preseason finale. Matt, I will say this, and I think people that listen to us on this and other programs know that, I don't dislike Matt LaFleur as much as a portion of the fan base seems to, but I disagree with him from time to time. And his explanation for not doing a joint practice either in Pittsburgh or Denver, I don't know if that holds water to me. He said that it's a long time to be there when you play a night game. So, like, this week, they would have, in theory anyway, practiced today in the morning and then traveled to Denver and then practiced there in a joint practice tomorrow and then had Thursday off to do, like Saturday-style activities to get ready for a game and then play. And it's a late game. It's like, I think it kicks off 8 at 8 hour time. But I'm not sure I agree with the idea that, it's just such a inconvenience to play that late and be in a different city for as long as they would be. I mean, the Cardinals are going to do it when they do the joint practice here. So I would have really, in terms of quality work, especially if you're limiting, obviously, how much you're going to play guys in the preseason, I am a big believer in the joint practice. As long as you can keep tempers from flaring too severely, I'm against what Aaron Rodgers said. I noticed, by the way, that Aaron Rodgers, when talking about joint practices, brought up the 2019 thing with the Texans and says he made some kind of half-snide comment about, well, somebody's brother is on the staff, so you don't do anything. I mean, that all goes back to Chuck Pagano's brother being on the Texans staff and the Packers opening that year with the Bears, which had Chuck Pagano as their defensive coordinator. I disagree with him. I think they're the best thing that we have right now for evaluation and for, as a helicopter parent / beat writer, where it's still a controlled environment, because preseason games, they still make me nervous as much as I enjoy them.
Jason, can you unpack the Keyshawn situation?
No.
Why does he feel he's being punished?
I don't know. And let's be honest. The folks that don't like him, they are going to latch on to anything that you say that makes you look bad, and that made him look bad. I personally would not have said it. Again, to kind of explain how that played out. I was lingering by his locker, and then a couple of other people started to linger because they could tell I was lingering. And then he looked at all the 3 or 4 of us and said, why y'all creeping? Let's get it out of the way. And I said to him, well, you understand why we're creeping, right? This isn't an easy thing to talk about. He's like, what? What's not easy to talk about? I said, well, Matt has made it pretty clear that you're competing for to keep your starting job. How do you view that? And that's when he said the punished line. And my point is, it's not like he didn't say it. He absolutely said it. It is absolutely on the record. I had Peter Bukowski go after me and some other folks on Twitter. That's fine. But, it doesn't mean that the other stuff he said during the 8.5 minutes we talked to him don't matter at all. But that's what happens when you say something like that. And the idea of him being the victim, I mean, look, he's the best corner they have. Whether or not you feel good about that being the case, that's up to you. But I wouldn't have said it. It's a bad look. And here's the thing about him. Unfortunately, he has a tendency to create bad optics, right?
Yeah.
Like Jair Alexander is clearly on his way out the door a couple off seasons ago, proclaiming that you're the CB1, and then proclaiming that the CB1 don't return kicks. Even though I think those are both accurate statements, they make you look bad. The play at the goal line, which, again, I saw Clinton Dix say this. Yesterday, Gary Ellerson said it when he was filling in for Tausch. Like, he's not going to make that tackle, right? Swift is going to score.
Yeah.
So I just, but when you jump out of the way in that manner, you look like a schmuck, right?
Yeah.
And so I just, and then to say what he said the other day, like all of those things, I always say this, like if the girls don't get along with somebody or they have, whether it's a coach or a teacher that they don't think are treating them fairly, don't give them more ammunition.
It's
right?
like, Jason, it was like Zach Tom last year. They told Zach Tom he was competing before he signed his monster deal, and Zach didn't take the high road. I totally agree with you. Just keep your mouth shut. And I was saying yesterday, Jason, why can't McKinney just go up to him and say, look, you're not in their plans. That's fine. Go play your ass off this year for another contract next year. There's nothing wrong with that. Teams don't love everyone.
Totally agree.
But when he makes it all about himself, he just looks bad.
Yeah, and the thing that the difference between him and McKinney is that McKinney knows what to say, what not to say. Like, he's still honest.
Mm-hmm.
But he and by the way, I will say this, and again, I hate being put in the position to have to defend him because that's how it sounds. I just want to call it like I see it, and it irritates me to no end when people accuse me of carrying water for guys. But the bottom line is that if you look at the people in that locker room, that's great as a fan if you don't like them. I totally get it. But I can tell you this, McKinney's one of his best friends on the team. Rodgers absolutely loved the guy when they played together. Evan Williams loves him. Javon Bullard loves him. Like, he is not a locker room cancer. And you know this as well as anyone, that guys can be selfish and guys can be can say knuckleheaded things, but that doesn't necessarily make them a bad teammate. He certainly doesn't do himself any favors. I will grant that point 100 times out of 100. But again, unless you're pulling like a Gabe Wilkins and taking yourself out of games, like this is a guy that for back-to-back seasons has played over 1,000 snaps. The only guy who's played more snaps than him is McKinney. And the idea that, again, he's, these types of incidents hurt him, hurt the optics, and it's his fault. It is nobody else's fault but his. But I do think that the perception, which of course becomes reality, isn't entirely accurate.
Jason Wilde joining us on the Yingling Guest Hotline. Jason, from a front office perspective, when the Packers want to renegotiate someone's deal or redo the deal, how does that work? Is that Goody going to Russ Ball and saying, hey, we got to make this guy's number lower? Is Russ Ball saying, hey, we're kind of tight. What do you want to do about this? I'm just curious as to how they find themselves in the position where this Aaron Banks contract somehow is getting worse by the day.
Yeah, I wish I knew. Like, I see Russ Ball at practice, and we exchange salutations. He has never spoken to the media on the record. Like, and again, another guy who held that job was Andrew Brandt. Andrew Brandt has never seen an interview he didn't want to do, right? Or a story that he didn't want to retell for the umpteenth time. I get it. So somewhere in between Andrew Brandt's approach and Russ Ball's approach is where I would like the person who negotiates the contracts to land. So I can ask him a question just like this. He is not in charge of making decisions on whether you want to keep him on the roster or not. That is Goody's job. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Goody says, hey, we're not cutting Banks. Okay? We're keeping him. I think he's a really good player. Now, again, and I feel bad for Aaron Banks because there's something jacked up in his knee, which is why Jagger Burton is in position to take his job. It's not based on performance. It's based on availability, right? Even though I saw Mike Wall.
It's a little on performance, too.
Well, not this year, because he hasn't performed at all, right?
Yeah.
But my point is that his performance, however you feel about it, was good enough that they decided to take that $9 million roster bonus and convert it to a signing bonus along with a large portion of his base salary and keep him. So in their estimation, it is not performance, right? It is availability. Because otherwise, you cut bait and you save the cap space, and you can even make him a post-June 1 cut, which allows you to charge some of it this year and some of it next year. But that's not what they did. They wanted him on their football team, okay? And I feel bad for Banks because when you have tendonitis, I can only imagine that, like the line he said to Tom Silverstein about how it bothers him when he makes football movements. I mean,
strenuous football movements, Jason. Like there's another type of football movement. I strenuously
object.
But Jason,
maybe Jason, I should take time to reconsider.
How does it work when it comes to Tucker Kraft when Goody goes into Ball and says, "Get it done. I need him day one of the NFL season," and Tucker Kraft wants 24, and Russ Ball said, "No, I'm only paying him 20." How does that work?
Yeah, I don't know. Again, this is part of the mystery of the three-pronged, everyone on the same line of demarcation with the organizational flow chart. Look, again, Goody decides, do we want this guy or not? It's Russ Ball's job to figure out how to make that happen. Now, my understanding when Ted was in charge, and Ted would explain this a little bit, like, you know, if ultimately, like if Russ Ball has a number, okay, we'll average 21, and it's more complicated than that, right? Mm-hmm. It's also how much guaranteed, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's some folks that look at it and go, look, this guy's a risk. He's coming off an ACL. Yeah, I guess. Again, this is not a guy who has been injury prone, who has missed a bunch of snaps, or who was injured on a non-contact play. Like, look, if Sean Ryan doesn't get thrown into his legs, he finishes the season and probably has 1,000 yards. Mm-hmm. Different type of injury. Also different type of recovery, it would appear. So I don't know what the logistics are there. All I know is this, and you guys heard me ask him the question. Like, I wasn't trying to be a jerk, but, like, everybody says, well, I love the crowd that says, well, he's under contract. Play out your contract. Okay. If you have a chance to make 7 times what you're currently making, and your employer wants you to do something that's dangerous that could make it very difficult for you to achieve that 7x raise that you're on the verge of getting, are you putting yourself in harm's way for them when you think you've earned it? I don't know. Everybody has to answer that question the way they choose to answer it. But Tucker Kraft, look, I went to Lutheran grade schools and high schools. I believe in God. My faith is a little bit different than it was when I went to church every Sunday, but I believe in my Lord and Savior. But bad stuff happens to people that believe in God too. Mm-hmm. And for him to say that, you know, I'm going to trust God on this, good for you. I wouldn't. I'm going to trust my agent, and I'm going to say, look, you guys need me. You've heard Tucker say repeatedly, this offense is different. It's basically, he stole my line that I said about, he must listen to the show and hear me say that about Watson every time you guys introduce me, because he says it. This offense is different when I'm on the field. And he's 1,000% right. So I personally would say, force them to get this done. And he's choosing not to do that. He's going to be out there, I'm sure, again today, doing 11 on 11. And I'm just saying that stuff happens sometimes, and he deserves better, because my issue with this contract debate is it is not, oh, well, honor your contract. Tell that to Elton Jenkins, who works for the Cleveland Browns now but had time on his contract. Tell that to Nate Hobbs. No matter how you feel about Nate Hobbs signed a 4-year deal. Packers didn't honor that.
No.
They didn't. So it's the player has to honor it, but the team, how do we react when a guy gets cut by the team? Oh, they cleared $17 million in cap space. Awesome. It's a double standard.
That's why loyalty doesn't work either way.
Yep.
Or it should.
You're right.
Yeah.
It definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
I wish it did, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Jason, we appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Have a great day. Enjoy training camp, and we will talk to you again very soon.
All right, everybody, take care. Be good.
It's Jason Wilde. Please listen to him on Wilde and Tausch right after our show. Do you notice I said please this time? I'm trying to work on my manners a little bit here. If you're buying or building a new home, Great Midwest Bank will help guide you every step of the way. How do I know this? Because Great Midwest Bank has handled our mortgages, and they handle them with ease. You can get fast and flexible mortgage pre-approvals straight from Great Midwest Bank's knowledgeable and, most importantly, local loan officers. From start to finish, you can bank with confidence. See all of their customizable products at greatmidwestbank.com. It's Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound 794, we do still have this issue just about a mile south of Oklahoma Avenue. Left lane is blocked with a broken down vehicle. On to the rest of the freeway, though. Westbound 94 tightening up like usual, just past 27th Street, all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. Still clear in Waukesha County. Eastbound as well. We are slowing down from 84th Street all the way to about 68th, and then back on the brakes just past Hawley Road to about 35th. Northbound on 41, you are seeing backups from Capitol Drive all the way to Hampton. And then westbound 894, backups from 27th Street all the way past Loomis to about 51st Street. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups with camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy and humid, a chance for afternoon showers or storms, a high of 81. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies with a low of 64. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile isn't just another race. It's twice the action. 2 races, 1 legendary track. Bring the crew, bring the family, or just bring your need for speed. Because this isn't just racing, it's a full-throttle summer event. This is the Milwaukee Mile doing what it does best. Snap-on IndyCar weekend, August 28th through the 30th. Grab your tickets now and hold on tight.
Outside of Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, I'm just like a lot of you. Estate planning was one of those things I kept saying that I would get to someday. I'm so glad I finally worked with Kirsten Hildebrand and her team at Hildebrand Law Firm. They made the estate planning process simple, answered every question I had, and never made it feel overwhelming. I walked away with a real peace of mind, knowing that my family is protected, and honestly, I wish I'd done it sooner. Don't put it off like I did. Visit hildebrandlawfirm.net to request your consultation today, or call and tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
Hi, it's John Reitz from Great Midwest Bank. And while buying a home is a big deal, it certainly doesn't have to be and shouldn't be a stressful experience. At Great Midwest Bank, we combine competitive rates, fast pre-approvals, and honest advice from knowledgeable loan officers to help you every step of the way through your home buying or building journey. For 90 years, our customers have been part of the GMB family. Experience a state of banquility at GreatMidwestBank.com. Great Midwest Bank, your simply local equal housing lender.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi Rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
It's Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
On a day-to-day basis, are we more good or more meh?
Why do you want to drag me in with what you and Chewy do?
Are you trying to act like you bring us up? You, elevate?
Unequivocally.
On 94.5 ESPN.
When someone walks into your lobby, office, or facility, what impression do they get from your business? You can turn ordinary spaces into memorable brand experiences with Captivate exhibits. I have seen what Captivate can do with some of the different things they have inside their own office building, what they've done to tell their story inside their office. They can help you out as well through history walls, company timelines, lobby renovations, trophy displays, break rooms. For more than 32 years, Captivate has been creating custom, memorable environments that connect with employees and visitors alike. So see how they can transform your space and brand today. All you have to do, visit the website, see some of the things that they can do. CaptivateExhibits.com.
Who has the most engaged fans? It's a tricky question to answer because what are the metrics? How are we gauging who are the most passionate, engaged fans for any given team? Well, Nielsen tried to do it. They used certain things that you can measure: apparel purchases, event attendance, linear TV viewership, streaming, radio listening, thank you very much, betting intent, social media following, and general interest, which a general interest feels a little like
it's kind of a catch-all for everything else.
Anything else related to your team, we'll just throw into general interest. And the Green Bay Packers guys, and this is, not something that shocks us in any way, shape, or form, are number 3 on this list, behind Buffalo and Kansas City when it comes to NFL franchises. So Nielsen says that when you're gauging fan engagement, gauging fan interest in a specific team, the Green Bay Packers are number 3 on this list. Did that surprise you, Gabe, at all? I mean, we know how loyal and passionate and knowledgeable Green Bay Packers fans are. So for me, this was like, yeah, duh.
Yeah, it shouldn't shock anyone, although it seems that having these smaller markets kind of helps with this.
What do you mean?
Well, because just you take a look at the big cities. New York and Los Angeles are 29 and 30. Bigger, more population size, so the percentage of Packer fans here compared to the population, easier to, I guess, shoot up the rankings. Because again, Buffalo, Kansas City aren't exactly large markets either.
Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, 5 and 6.
Yeah.
Detroit, 8. Again, you're going to see some of these bigger metropolitan areas sneak into the top 10 here. But you're right. Buffalo, Kansas City, Green Bay, Cincinnati are your top 4. Joshy had an interesting reaction to this. Josh, did you gain any traction yesterday on social media with your interpretation of them?
There's one person who has, for now about 2 years, only sent me insults. But
why would they do that to you?
I definitely don't antagonize. That's not me. That's out of my nature.
And so what did you say
I
yesterday?
said I didn't realize that Chicago Bears fans were casuals. They're 20th on this list. Based on the amount of Twitter accounts and, different fake accounts that just have a Bears player that they're obsessed with, I thought there was a bigger fan base. Apparently not. Apparently the people of Chicago's are below average in terms of caring about their team. It's shocking.
And how did they take that?
Not well. Too busy looking at the bean. Hanging out in their concrete beaches. Losers.
But the other thing, expect another tweet. Another thing I noticed are a lot of the bottom teams. You notice what they all have in common? Because I fall into this trap, I'm not going to lie. They're warm.
Okay.
They're warm weather.
So Atlanta 24, Phoenix 25, Tampa, St. Pete, which you're familiar with, 26, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose 27, Miami, Fort Lauderdale 28, LA 29, and then, New York doesn't fit the bill, but New York's New York.
Yeah. Sometimes I'd rather go out on the boat than watch NFL football on an 86-degree day.
At one point,
Right?
are all 86 degrees days the same, you know?
You think? In February?
Yeah.
No, but there is something to that, the only show in town.
Yes.
And I don't know why this is popping into my brain right now, but we were talking recently about fan bases in college football. And obviously in the 90s, Nebraska, the Cornhuskers, were incredibly successful. But it is also the only show in town. And so whenever you were gauging fan interest, it was like every single person, obviously within state lines, but even bleeding out to some of the other neighboring states, they were passionate, diehard Nebraska Cornhusker fans, right? And so I think the point that's sort of being made with this list as well is how saturated, is your market with other things that could essentially take away that interest, maybe take away some of the attention that this list is seemingly trying to measure.
Would the Packers be lower on this list if they voted Milwaukee in as well? Because Milwaukee is considered a local market for the Packers. It's why we get, anytime they're on a streaming service or they're on cable television, the local stations get to broadcast the games. But Milwaukee is not a part of this. If it was Green Bay, Appleton, Milwaukee, would the Packers fall a little bit further?
Isn't the accurate instead of warm weather, wouldn't it be more about transplants into those markets versus people?
I think it certainly could be a factor.
Because all of those places seem, besides the outlier, well, actually not the outlier. Tampa is people, snowbirds, and people from, it seems like a ton of people that basically come from elsewhere to live there. Which is why when you go to New York,
But I can tell you,
I can find 6 Packers bars in New York City.
Like I got a couple friends that are from Wisconsin that live down there for 25, 30 years now. And they're more Tampa Bay fans than they are Green Bay fans.
Yeah, you get sucked in.
Yeah,
like
you do.
Stockholm
get
syndrome is
sucked
what
in.
happens. Yeah. Your captor and whatnot.
Well, they're dead to me.
Got to take a break here on Jen
Dead to me too.
Don't forget at the top of the hour, not next, but at the top of the hour, we have Jeff Levering coming on to talk about your Brewers. If you're looking for a dinner that actually impresses and cocktails that keep the conversation going, head to the second floor of St. Kate the Arts Hotel and discover the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails. Bold, elevated dinners, thoughtfully crafted cocktails, the kind of place where every plate and every pour is made with intention. Come for dinner, stay for another round at the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 18th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Seattle Mariners.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 18th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee or check your local listings to watch the game.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
Progressive knows you think the grass is always greener. Like maybe you ride a motorcycle. But today, it's raining. So you wish you had an RV. But if you did, you'd have to listen to some guy parked next to it at a campsite plays acoustic guitar. Now, before you start wishing you had a boat, remember, your brother-in-law would invite himself every weekend.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
But one thing that is greener is the money you could save when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Evan Cohen here. When it comes to your tires, you want the best quality, the best value, and the best service
When you buy tires at Midas with paid installation, their limited lifetime tire guarantee is included at no extra cost. Free flat repairs or replacements if needed, and complimentary maintenance like tire rotations and rebalancing every 5,000 miles. All included. That's the limited lifetime tire guarantee. Only at Midas, the best around.
Empower.
After wanting one for years, Kevin is finally enjoying his new hot tub.
This is the life.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money, so now he could be a little bad.
Oh, no, not my phone.
Oh, Kevin. Kevin's phone may be in hot water, but his finances aren't. Invest well, live a little. Start today at Empower.com.
Shohei Ohtani's interpreter was fired today. Ippei Mitsuhara ran up gambling debts to a Southern California bookmaking operation.
The inside story of the biggest scandal in modern baseball.
He was absolutely bananas, the amount of bets he was making. I've never seen anything like it.
From 30 for 30 podcasts, this is The Betrayal of Shohei Ohtani.
Presented by Gusto. New episodes available now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
We expect our information in real time. US Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
Skechers elite athlete OG Anunoby has been making history on the basketball court.
Anunoby tips it in. Unbelievable. What a shot.
He's been balling out in Skechers high-performance basketball sneakers, and the world is noticed. But how does OG train off the court to keep in peak physical condition? Hands-free Skechers Slip-ins Aeroburst. They help prepare OG for the physical demands of playing at a championship level. Get your pair of Aeroburst for only $165 at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever high-performance running shoes are sold.
This is Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Is it against the law to be a moron or no?
The law.
Not yet.
I texted this to Jen earlier. The law does protect some people from things that are called an attractive nuisance.
On 94.5 ESPN.
The tailgate. Get there early. The lot, it's only half full. Grills starting to get going. Football's already in the air. This is the part people miss most. Hours before kickoff, just hanging out with your crew. And the beer in your hand? Yingling Flight. The next generation of light beer. 95 calories, just 2.6 grams of carbs. Real flavor that goes the distance. Because a tailgate is a marathon, not a sprint. It's light enough to enjoy all afternoon, and it's a beer you'll actually want to stick with. Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Lots of reaction rolling in this morning as people get caught up on the saga between me and the murder branch in my yard. Hunter says, Neosporin is like duct tape. Depression, fixed. Marriage, saved. Self-confidence, temporarily fixed. So another Neosporin fan like you, Chew, here in the Carbless Talk and Text Line comments. Cody says, peeing on a jellyfish sting actually does work. The ammonia in your urine kills the stinging.
Yep.
Got a lot of Chewy fans here in the comments. Meanwhile, I did see Jared say, my wife works in surgery. If she listened to your segment, she would throw up. Guess that means maybe we aren't giving out medical advice. This feels like a good time to say that we are not doctors and we do not give out medical advice.
I mean, ClevelandClinic.com says that you should not pee on a jellyfish sting.
What do they know? I go to Rochester anyways.
Is that a Cleveland-specific joke?
No, there's a Mayo Clinic. Is there a Mayo Clinic?
Mayo Clinic's in Rochester, yes.
If you were to write down all of Chewy's beliefs and then fact check them all, what percentage do you think he'd be
Are we
hitting
talking
at?
specifically medical?
Yeah,
Let's just
sure.
stay in the medical
Yeah.
space.
Yes.
It's a C. Which I'm used to.
Urine actually makes matters worse by increasing your level of pain. Can also provoke jellyfish stingers to release even more venom than if you were to rinse the sting with good old seawater.
So they're blaming it on alcohol? Is that what they're saying?
Why are you assuming that you're the
Where did
urine
Where
has
did
a lot of-
alcohol come from?
Because
think
you got
there's-
to pee,
How
because you had
much-
a lot of alcohol to drink.
How much
I am
wine did you think you had that it's coming out of
I
you?
am following the bouncing ball though, because if he's on the beach, he's thinking that he's had a few, ice cold beverages,
Yes.
and he's thinking that his urine might have some alcohol in it. So,
Yes.
but before we go to break, because we do have Jeff Levering coming up at the top of the hour, Brian in the Shaw says Jen is going to look like Larry McCarran. And I love Larry.
Yeah.
But that might be the meanest thing anyone has ever said to me in these Carbless Talk and Text comments, Gabe.
Shopping for new windows and doors should never include haggling. Pella sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, helping homeowners find the right fit for their home. And they never use high-pressure sales tactics. I can speak to that from experience. When they came to my house, we were looking for the perfect and the right front door for me and our house. And we were able to come to the right decision, not just how it looks, but also the price range that we were looking for. And when you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, same team that manufactures your windows and doors also sells, installs, and services them. Real pricing, premium quality with no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today. PellaWI.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy are back after this on 94.5 ESPN.
There are delays eastbound 94 from about 84th Street all the way to 35th. So the full delay has basically merged between the western edge and the eastern side. So it's actually filled in. So that's something to keep in mind. I think that's going to be the pattern going forward. Westbound on 94, we do have delays from 27th Street all the way to Holly Road, and then a little bit from Highway 100 to the county line. Northbound on 4394, that's got some backups around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. And westbound 894, backing up out of the Mitchell all the way to 51st. Eastbound's backing up out of the Hale to Loomis. Feel the speed at the legendary Milwaukee Mile. The only IndyCar doubleheader of the season roars into Wisconsin State Fair Park August 28th through the 30th. Get your tickets now at wistatefair.com. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy and humid, a chance for afternoon showers or storms, a high of 81. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies with a low of 64. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Has one. One person who brings the grill. One person with the long games. One who's convinced this is the year. But everyone's favorite, the one who shows up with the carbless. Handcrafted premium cocktails with bold flavors, 0 carb, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess. Just crack one open and enjoy. This football season, make Carbless the MVP of your cooler. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
Marquette Basketball head coach Shaka Smart here, and you're listening to the home of Marquette Basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. It's time to hear from the voice of the Brewers.
Fly ball center field. It's hit well. Grisham back. It is gone! Another Mother's Day miracle for the Brewers!
Jeff Levering is brought to you by Carbless Premium Ready-to-Drink Cocktails. Carbless, less is more. Find Carbless at your local grocer today.
Appreciate a little Hugh Lewis in the news to bring me in today. Love that. Thank you. And I
some of the details behind that. Can you peel back the curtain for us a little bit and just explain, how does that process get started? Is that a Kyle Harrison thing? Is it a Brewers thing? How did we get to where the scoring changed Kyle Harrison's ERA over the last few days?
All right, so let's peel back the curtain here for those of you watching on YouTube channel. So here we go. The G1 Bay play at second base, which subsequently turned into 5 earned runs when he dropped the ball at second base. It is a PR situation first, right? So you can talk to the official scorer as a PR person, and then it can be up to the team to file an official appeal with the league to get it overturned. So it's a fielder's choice rather than an E4, which had the earned runs. Now it's an E4, takes away the 5 earned runs. So that's how it all happens. It's an appeal process that goes to Major League Baseball, goes in front of a group of people to decide whether it's a hit or an error, fielder's choice, and then they make their judgment. So there you go.
So here's what I was thinking about it though. Like, do you have to go and chat with your teammate and be like, hey man, I'm so sorry about that, because Kyle Harrison's ERA drops, but now Ji-Hwan Bae has that error on his ledger. I just, that was the only part of it where I was like, awkward.
He's not here anymore. Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, also true. That's a great point, Gabe. Great point. Hey, maybe catch the ball next time. So yeah, it does create a little bit of a sticky situation, but certainly if I had a nickel for every time that a pitching coach, especially in the minor leagues when I was the PR guy and I had to deal with this myself, when guys would be like, no, man, it's not an error. It's a hit. It's not an error. All these different things. I'm fighting and trying to get, I have to be that person as the PR guy. It's not fun. It's not a fun situation dealing with official scores, especially in the minor leagues. But it happens more often than you would think.
Jeff, when they play the Dodgers in the regular season, because they're probably going to meet up with them again in the playoffs, do they learn anything over those 4 games? Because as you know, in football, if you play Tampa Bay in the regular season and then you play them again in the playoffs, you study that tape with a fine-tooth comb, looking at what they do and looking what they may do. Do they pull anything from these series that they may use in the playoffs?
Absolutely. I think, and they faced the 4 top pitchers except for Otani and Snell in that series. So I think that they learned a lot about themselves. I think the Dodgers are at as full strength as they can be, except for Will Smith behind the plate, but they know who Will Smith is. I think that the Brewers learned a lot about themselves. They're very, I mean, they could have swept that series, to be honest with you. They could. I mean, they had a really good opportunity. If it weren't for a really good Tommy Edman play at second base, so who knows what happens in Game 2 of that series. But listen, I think when the Brewers played the Dodgers last year and they went 6-0, they got them in a stretch where they beat them in 10 days or whatever it was. It was 6-0 over the course of 2 weeks because there was an all-star break in between. They were playing really good baseball. The Dodgers were banged up at that time. I think the Brewers saw a different version of the Dodgers in May. And I think they saw a different version of them here this last weekend. But if they face off in the playoffs, they could be a different team then too. So who knows? But I do think that the Brewers have confidence that they can go toe-to-toe with a team like the Dodgers.
Jeff Levering joining us on the Yingling guest hotline. Bryce Terang, we expecting him to be back. And over the final 5 weeks here, Jeff, how much are they going to have to monitor him to make sure that he is as fresh as he possibly can be for the postseason?
Yeah, it's going to be a day-to-day thing with Bryce. I mean, it's about finding a plan that makes him ready to play every day. Again, I think that they're going to be able to avoid surgery with Bryce, which is a good thing, but it's a pain management, and however you can go about it is the best course of action. And then giving him the entire series off against the Dodgers was smart, plus the off day yesterday. Hopefully he's back in the lineup today against the Mariners. They've got 3 righties pitching in the series. So you might see Bryce all 3 days. You might see him twice and then an off day on Thursday. So we'll see. We'll see what that plan looks like. But we know that the Brewers are at their best when Bryce Terang is in that lineup.
Jeff Levering joining us here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. All right, for all the hand-wringing that went on within the fan base over the trade deadline and them, doing what they wanted them to do or not doing what they wanted them to do, Dustin May has been really good. I've been very impressed with what he has done in a couple of his starts here. What does your report card on Dustin May's early starts say?
I think that Dustin May was a guy, as soon as they realized that Tarek Skubal was not going to be in the mix, they quickly pivoted. I think Dustin May was the guy that they looked at and said, yeah, this is, we like this guy, and I think we could do a lot of things with this guy. And if Skubal doesn't work out, I feel like we've got a good chance to get him, and they did. And I think that he's been great. I mean, his first start, he looked a little rusty. right? But it was pitching on a different day rest, and he's pitching for a new organization. I can understand all those things, but he was dealing against the Padres, absolutely dealing, and I expect nothing less against the Mariners this week. He's been fun to watch. He's a good guy too, just a fun and easy guy to talk to, and he gets it. He gets it. He knows what this postseason stuff is all about. He knows what being in a stretch run is all about. I think he's going to be really good down the stretch for the Brewers.
Jeff, I see my guy Sal is starting up a little rehab
Yeah, I
in
was
Nashville.
waiting.
I
I was
love
waiting.
it. You think when he is healthy and back, they're going to plug him in and start alternating him with Laura? How do you see that playing out?
Yeah, I think that Sal's a critical piece to this whole thing, right? And who knows how that shoulder was affecting his hitting and everything else. But I think Sal he's a massive piece of this thing, and not just what he does on the field, but what he does in that clubhouse. The Brewers have missed that, and when you're on the injured list, as you know, I mean, your voice does not resonate the same when you're not playing. So you might be in that clubhouse, you might be in the dugout doing things, but it's not the same if you're not out there on the field with the boys. So for me, it's Sal is really, really important to this thing, and as soon as they can get him in the lineup, I think they're going to do it.
It looks like, Jeff, the Brewers going to, for this homestand, go with the 6-man rotation. So all guys will get one start, then the off day next Monday, then pare it down to 5. How much of that is because someone like Shane Drowan is getting close to career high in terms of innings, so you have to manage that? And how much of that is also down the stretch run? These guys have to be used to pitching on 4 days rest instead of 5 days rest because you don't have that much time to rest once you're starting to pitch in postseason games.
Yeah, both things are true, I believe. And there's more off days built in down this stretch, which is nice.
Well, except for
The
that little
Brewers just finished
16-game stretch they got here.
at the end. Yeah, I know, it's a tough one. But it's for me. You still have to manage innings. Drone's way over. Mizorowski's going to be way over. I mean, Gasser's coming off of Tommy John surgery. You certainly have to worry about that. They flipped Gasser and Drowan, so they're going to give Drowan an extra day on this end during the 6-man stretch. I just think that the Brewers are being as responsible as they can with their arms, and they need to be. They need these guys to be at their tip-top shape in September. They still have 7 more games with the Cubs. I think that those are critical as well. It's just the Brewers are going to be responsible, and they have to be. But you're right. In the postseason, there are some built-in off days during the postseason because you'll say the division series, you get 2 games, you get an off day, then you play 2, and then an off day, and then you play. So I mean, there are some off days that are built in to the postseason. So I don't think that is as big a factor pitching on the rest that they need, but it's more of managing what they can during this time.
Jeff, anything on Cooper Pratt? Getting any updates on when we might see him?
Yeah, he's been swinging the bat. He's been taking ground balls, ramping up his running. I think that he's getting close. Again, it was more of a precautionary thing. He'd never really been hurt before, and I think that he's in pretty good shape. To be honest with you, I think as soon as he can be activated, he may be activated, even without a rehab assignment. Is my guess.
So with all these different injuries, Jeff, we've seen some interesting defensive alignments for the Brewers. Andrew Vaughn playing a lot of third base. You had Gary Sanchez over at first. How would you describe the play that you saw between Vaughn and Gary Sanchez on this last road trip? Because it was such an awesome play, but it was also kind of awkward at the same time. I still am having trouble wrapping my head around a diving backhanded stop by your first baseman who's playing third. And I don't know if Gary just looked like he went into catcher mode over at first. It wasn't, I mean, he scooped it. It wasn't the cleanest and most athletic scoops, but it was, I just still don't know exactly what I was looking at there.
I don't either. And it harkens back to the jumbo package defense for me with Aguilar and Moustakas and Shaw and Scope. So I get it. It looks funny. It really does. But it's what the Brewers have to do right now. I mean, do they have other options? Not really.
No,
they really don't. And especially when Bryce is out. I mean, when Bryce is out, then it really throws things through a loop. And Sanchez hitting the ball so well, you have to keep his bat in the lineup, and he can't DH because Yelly has to DH. Vaughn needs to be in the lineup because he's swinging the bat well, but he can't play first base because Sanchez has to play there. Plus, you have to keep Bowers in the lineup, so Bowers moves out to right field. Like, Pat Murphy is doing everything he can. It looks like he's picking names out of a hat, but there is some method to the madness of what he is putting together. And you know what? It's working. And I will say this too, because of the pitchers that they've run that defense out there with, you can do it. Like with Miz out there on the mound, there's not a lot of balls put in play. So you can put Vaughn over at third base. You can put Sanchez at first and hope that they make the plays that they need to make. Now, if you were running Greg Maddux out there, not that the Brewers have Greg Maddux, they have something close, and Miz is pretty unbelievable. But if you were running a guy who's getting a ton of ground balls out there, you wouldn't want Andrew Vaughn over at third base unless you had to. You would want your best defense out there as possible. So just food for thought. That's all.
Even when Bryce and Cooper come back, could we potentially still see more Vaughn at third just to get better bats in the lineup?
Potentially. I think potentially, but I did. You guys probably saw the stat too. That Joey Ortiz has the best OPS in the National League since the 4th of July. You got to keep that bat in the lineup too. So, right? I mean, and if Vaughn's over at third, then where's Joey? Joey's got to go to third. And
Jeff, why does Smoltz hate the Miz?
It's a great question.
I mean, what is that?
I mean, I'm not sure
is
Jeff
he
can
jealous
answer
or-
it, but
Great question.
I mean, what is he doing?
I think that he just looks. I think he looks at Jacob Mizorowski and goes, "How does this body work like this?" And I think he's just trying to. I don't want to say he's predicting doom, but it sounds like he's predicting doom.
But he
Well,
did in the first
one
game
more
he called
pitch and
this
that rubber
year.
band's
Yeah.
gonna snap. Right. I know. I don't know why he's not a fan of him because he's so fun to watch. He's so fun to watch, and the velocity maintains, and the stuff is the sliders that he was throwing on Saturday against the Dodgers. And I said this in the pregame interview with Murph. I said, yeah, the sliders that he threw to Ohtani and to Freddie Freeman to strike him out, get out of that bases loaded situation, they were great. But the two best sliders he threw were to Mookie Betts in the second inning, in my opinion, because that unlocked everything. Betts had no chance. And those two pitches showed me, and I think for Miz and for William Contreras, who's behind the plate, okay, we're going to get away from the curveball today. Today, it's the slider. That's going to be the complimentary pitch.
And sometimes there are just freak athletes. We've talked about this in other
Yeah.
sports, you know, guys whose bodies defy all laws of physics and whatnot, and yet there they are out there, you know. I've used Michael Phelps as an example before. I think Aaron Donald is an example that you see from a strength standpoint, right? Like he should not be able to be as strong as he is. And yet Derrick Henry, right? Like when we talk about some of these guys. So I just kind of chalk it up as like, hey, until the injury happens, if it does, I'm not going to sit here and go, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time before he's dealing with the Tommy John. Before we let you go, Jeff, I did notice your T-shirt when you popped on, and I know that you are doing a campaign to end ALZ, which is Alzheimer's. Tell us about what you're doing on Cameo.
Yeah, I've been doing this for the last few years, Sportscasters Against Alzheimer's. Every dollar that I raise from my Cameo page goes to the Alzheimer's Association Wisconsin chapter. And for the last 2 months of the regular season, so I've been doing this since the beginning of August, I've done a thing where every Cameo I get, I will double what I get. So if you get something for $25, I'll double it for the rest of the season. So it's just part of the campaign that I do the last two months of the regular season. But Alzheimer's is something that is near and dear to my heart and has affected a lot of people in my family. Just my way of trying to give back. And I know a lot of people in Wisconsin and around the country have been affected by Alzheimer's. It is awful to deal with and breaks your heart, and it's terrible for the person that's going through it. It's also terrible for the family and the caregivers that are going through it as well. So the Alzheimer's Association is a great place to get support if you need it.
Let's make sure we do a
just
proper
my
plug,
way
though,
of
Jeff.
showing I care.
I want to make sure that we get your Cameo out there so that if people want to send gifts, some of these videos to their loved ones. What is your Cameo?
Just search my name in the Cameo.
I think it's Jay Levering 4, I believe. I don't know. But just search for me in Cameos. There's not a lot of me running out there. There aren't a lot of Jeff Leverings. So just search it up and put your requests in. Fantasy football season's coming up. I do some pretty decent roasts. I've done like draft picks before. School's starting up pretty soon. So anything you want.
And it's
I'm
not
there
just
for it.
baseball. Of course, you're calling football games as well. So if you got a fan of college football, Jeff Levering is your guy. Good stuff, Jeff. We appreciate you hanging out with us this morning. Have a great call. We'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate you guys. Talk to you next week.
Brewers back in action after their off day against Seattle. Kyle Harrison on the hill. I believe it's Dustin May after that. And then was it Gasser?
They moved Gasser up. Mm-hmm.
Gasser on Thursday. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy rolls on after this.
When the game matters, where you play matters even more, which is why I chose to become a member at the Wisconsin Country Club. You get a championship-level golf experience. We've hosted a number of WPGA, WSGA events this year, some pretty good charity events as well, like the Lombardi Classic. So you get that championship-level golf experience right here in Milwaukee with nearly a century of tradition behind it. We're going to be celebrating 100 years here in just a couple of seasons. But what really sets us apart as well, we've got a lot of cool things beyond the course. Great pool, tennis, pickleball, fitness, great dining, and programs your kids will actually look forward to in the summer. It's not a piece-together lifestyle. It's all in one place. I love being a member. You would as well. The Wisconsin Country Club, a better way to experience the game and everything around it. So schedule a private tour today and mention Good Karma for exclusive promotions.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy continues next on 94.5 ESPN.
We've got delays, definitely, and they're stretching pretty much from 84th Street all the way through 235th. So it's a little bit more of a delay than it was before, but now that we're down to 2 lanes going through that area, it is tightening up a bit. Westbound 94, though, we still have the usual from about 35th Street to Hawley Road, and then back on the brakes just west of Highway 100 into Waukesha County. Northbound on 4394, backing up out of the Mitchell Interchange around the Plainfield Curve up to Oklahoma Avenue. We've got southbound 43 backing up mainly from just before Hampton all the way to Locust, and northbound 41 slowing from just past Burleigh up to Hampton as well. Traffic is brought to you by Fisco Auto Body. Call Fisco Auto Body to help with all body repair needs. Fisco, Fisco, Fisco. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy and humid. A chance for afternoon showers or storms, a high of 81. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies with a low of 64. Weather is brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, dedicated to saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Mother Nature can be unpredictable. Your roof, siding, and windows shouldn't be. We install peace of mind with transparency and quality guaranteed. Visit infinityexteriors.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Gabe Neitzel here for Events by Design. If you're planning an annual meeting, leadership summit, product launch, or trade show, you already know the pressure is on. Events by Design takes those high-stake moments and turns them into immersive experiences that energize your audience and elevate your brand. They handle everything: designing, planning, production, ensuring your event is executed seamlessly. No stress, no scrambling, just a memorable experience that delivers. Get started today. Just search online. Events by Design. They design, you party.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile. 2 races, 1 iconic track, twice the action. August 28th through the 30th. This is summer's fastest ticket, so get yours now and hold on tight.
Trying to keep up with the 21st century can really get you down.
When you need a break, come to Kessler's.
We'll turn your day around.
We have good air conditioning.
And we love making new friends.
The coffee's better than average.
Because we want you to come back again.
We want to be your jeweler.
My father told you for 29 years that he wanted to be your jeweler.
He put that desire in everyone he hired.
And then he gave us the company.
He transformed our lives and gave us the most fun job on earth.
It's easy to sell jewelry when you sell it for less than it's worth.
Come and take a look at our engagement rings.
And of course, we have thousands of other things.
When you're having an overcast day, come to Kessler's.
We're going to turn your day around.
Free jewelry cleaning done by world-class professionals.
While you drink your good coffee in a room full of diamonds and gold.
Makes you feel better, no matter what you've been told.
One thing you definitely want to see before you're done
Is our exclusive Kessler 81.
To find the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Your garage can be more than just a place to park your car. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Whether it's your workshop, your project space, or where you store all the gear that comes with living an active Wisconsin lifestyle, Closets by Design can help make the most of it. Customary cabinetry, wall storage systems, and durable flooring solutions designed specifically for the way that you use the space. Right now, you can get 40% off, plus ask about special financing options. Schedule your free in-home design consultation today at closetsbydesign.com and tell them Jen sent you.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
People are
For
optimists.
the past 4 days, my hand has been itching like mad. That means I'm going to get money.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Look, you've heard me talk about Closets by Design and what they did for my closet at my home. Gave me organization, got rid of some of the chaos that was happening in that space. Maybe when you pull into your garage, you think chaos. Can't find anything because you got too many golf clubs or hockey bags or hunting gear and fishing gear and bikes and yard tools. The list goes on and on. You get it. Closets by Design can help. They've got custom cabinets to keep everything organized and out of sight. They've got wall storage systems to maximize your space. They got durable garage flooring that is built to last. Now is the time to do it before school gets underway and your life gets crazy. Have Closets by Design come out, give you guys a free in-home design consultation, and get your garage organized. They're located right in Mequon. Let them know that Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
It's Chewy's favorite segment of the week.
Hey, big guy, you catch the game?
It's Power Rankings time on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
You catch the game last night? Can I say yes to you?
What will the big guy have in store for us today?
See the game last night?
Which game?
Any of them.
All righty. ESPN came out with some power rankings. But we're going to be power ranking teams that are set up for the next 3 years to win. And this is how they did it. They broke it down into percentages, okay? The percentages are as follows. 20% for the quarterback, 30% for the roster, 25% for the front office, and 25% coaching. Okay? You guys clear?
Yes.
Do we have to get these in order, or can we just, you
you want to do?
away?
Okay, I'll give you the paper me, paper. Than's, buddy.
That's how my kids ask for things.
I thought we were going to do old rules.
I thought they were doing
red.
old school too. I mean, this is NFL power rankings, so you go 10-1.
This is exactly how my kids ask for things during the summer. Can I get a please?
Okay, let me take
teams that are set up for the next 3 years.
Wait up, I'll give
When you say set up, I just want to make sure we're clear on this. Like they're a
the next
playoff
3
team.
years.
They will consistently be amongst the playoff
Consistently
teams.
be good.
Okay.
So you should know the majority of the teams. I'm going to say 12 to get 8.
Feels generous.
12 to get 8. Is that too easy?
It is easy.
I think it is.
Yeah, that gives you 4 strikes. We're going to give you 11 to get 8. I just knocked one down.
Still,
because I had to do more
no,
work.
I was thinking 10, but
Yeah, 10. You could do 10 to get
We
8.
should keep discussing the rules for longer. Maybe the whole segment.
Josh, what the hell?
Hey, don't
man?
make me call Chicago, all right?
You
don't think they already have their hands on that?
Yeah.
Josh probably sent the clip to him ripping to Chicago, to ESPN Chicago himself.
They were listening, and then they got caught in a web of rules and decided, I'm out of here.
Should I go 10, Josh?
Just to play
All right,
the damn
all right.
game.
He hates this game. Why do you hate it so much?
Yeah, let's keep talking about something other than actually.
All right, here you go. You're good.
All right, where do you want to start? Green Bay?
Yeah, the Packers are on this list.
Green Bay Packers are number 7.
Ooh. Interesting. What's the explanation?
Let me see. Quarterback rank was 7. Overall roster 7. Coaching 11. Front office 7. A lot of 7s.
What's
I don't
the
know what
reason
that
for
means.
number?
I'm just doing it to piss Josh off, basically. Did it work?
It was already done.
All right. Give me another.
I will say the Los Angeles Rams.
Los Angeles Rams. They're up there. They are number 5.
I gotta think a young quarterback, top tier head coach. The Patriots are on this list.
The New England Patriots.
Well, maybe not.
I don't believe they're on the list. Patriots are not on the list. There's one of your strikes.
I will say we'll go with the champs. The Seahawks got to be here somewhere.
Seahawks are 1.
Oh.
That was a walk. They're set up pretty well.
I guess their quarterback's on a pretty cheap deal for a couple of years.
Let's see.
Kind of helps out.
Overall roster 1.
Yeah.
Quarterback 16. Coaching 3. Front office 2.
See, I'm nervous about the Eagles because I don't think that there is a lot of love for Jalen Hurts.
Hey, Chewy, can you just go look at 6 quick?
So,
New England is 6.
What did he say?
New England 6.
Chewy!
I know. You get your strike back.
Reading comprehension much?
Well, it's just I got to scroll and stuff. I didn't think I was going to have to do this much work because we were going to go in order, and I could just slowly take a walk through the park.
Try Control F.
Okay.
That's
He doesn't know
fine.
what that means.
Control F is find.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to guess the Eagles, but I'm not confident in it.
Oh, Howie Roseman's going to carry
I know
the day
how
there.
Howie Roseman
Eagles
carries the
are
road.
number 2.
Yeah, that roster's good.
Number 2 roster is tied for 2.
Well, what did they rank the quarterback?
14, coaching
yeah.
15, front office number 1.
Yeah, who's going to carry the day? I mean, 2, I didn't expect that, but certainly higher. Detroit's got a good roster. Let's go with the Lions.
Detroit number 3. That's a little shocking.
Why?
Roster 6, quarterback 13, coaching 7, front office 5.
Well,
The
other than
roster
the quarterback,
6?
those are all numbers within the top 10.
I just didn't think the roster. I thought the roster was aging.
Still, it's not that old. Like
No.
Amon Ra's, it's not like he's Devontae's age or anything, you know?
Yeah. No, but they've spent a lot of money.
Yeah,
You think they'd run into cap issues?
But they spent a lot of money on their own guys that are, just getting out of those rookie deals. Aiden Hutchinson, Amon Ra, Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Okay.
How about the Rams?
Didn't we see
We already said the Rams.
How about the Chargers?
The Chargers are number 10. Chargers are 10.
That doesn't count, right? Because
roster
we were trying to
is
get top 8? Or
No,
we
we were trying to get the top 10.
Roster's
10 guesses
13, quarterback 6, coaching 10, front office 8. Quarterback 6. I don't know about that. When are we going to Josh Allen his ass?
Well,
You tell me, man. You're on this Josh
geez,
Allen thing, and you're barking up the wrong tree.
So many errors here.
Barking up the wrong tree.
I do think, though, that, yes, everybody asks questions about Justin Herbert. And the questions are, I think, Gabe, you've been leading that campaign.
I don't know if anybody's asking questions about Justin Herbert, and that's the problem. Because he still is.
Here.
So you're with me a little bit.
Justin
I'm talking
Herbert's
about
overrated.
here
Oh.
in this room.
Yeah.
You are constantly saying.
Yeah, and I want more people on the bandwagon.
I'm with you.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah.
I will say the Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos, shut up, Josh, are number 4.
Okay.
God, this list was easy.
Yeah, we've got 8.
Overall roster tied for 2nd, quarterback 17, coaching 6, front office 9.
I don't really care about any of these other teams, Chewy. Can you rattle off some of the reasons why Green Bay was 7 on this list? I know you mentioned the rankings and whatnot.
Overall
but
roster was a 7, quarterback was a 7, coaching hurt him at an 11, and then the front office, 7.
It just feels like that 7 might be skeptical. I was just wondering why they were skeptical
I think
about
Love is placed correctly. The roster being a little generous there.
Well, I think the roster's good, but right now, a lot of those guys just haven't gotten the postseason accolades. Whether it's All-Pro, whether it's Pro Bowl. Like a lot of guys we like. Christian Watson, Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed.
Are you guys
Matthew Golden.
Yeah, but are you concerned about Mannion leaving? Because we got
that thought has never crossed my mind.
He was their best offensive coach outside of LaFleur. So who's LaFleur going to lean on now? We all have Steno is Steno.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you think he's good or not.
What do you mean he was the best offensive coach?
I think that's the guy he leaned on.
Do we have proof of that, or is it just because he got hired somewhere else? Like, was he not being used properly, which wouldn't shock me, and then he was set for a bigger role somewhere else?
I know they like him in Philly. They like what he's doing.
Yeah. I mean, LaFleur's the one who convinced him to become a coach because LaFleur saw that in him.
Yeah.
But he was never going to have those opportunities in Green Bay because he was never going to be
the offensive line is a very important coaching position.
Yeah.
I played with Tom Lovat was the absolute best. And if you look at our O-line, we had a bunch of nobodies. We had nobodies. And we were the number 1 or 2 offense in the league. So he knows what he's doing. You know,
Frank went to a couple Pro Bowls.
He didn't get voted in. He was an alternate once.
I just pulled up the list. It is on ESPN.com if you are curious about the order and or explanations for the order. Reason for concern, and this is from Louis Riddick. I remain concerned about the dependability and availability of those Love depends on, namely the wide receiver group. But the real elephant in the room is the availability of Micah Parsons. What level of play will he return to after his ACL tear? So that's, I think, part of the reason why it feels like they are lower on this list.
I think that's why they're, and we're going to talk about it, that they're dogs against Minnesota. Defense, concerns you, and it should.
I do like this, though, from, is it Seth Walder?
Yes.
Parsons will break Myles Garrett's single-season sack record. This is his bold prediction for 2027 through 2029. He's never exceeded 14 sacks in a season, but since he entered the league in 2021, a 29% career pass rush win rate, my favorite thing to have to say on the radio. If Garrett can record 23 sacks on the Browns, Parsons can exceed that on a better team for the Packers. You buying or selling?
Sell.
I'm selling until they get someone else that can rush the passer across from them.
800-990-3776. Let's put that on the Infinity Exteriors Twitter poll this morning. Joshy, Infinity Exteriors. Refresh your home with roofing, siding, or windows, all backed by a lifetime workmanship warranty. InfinityExteriors.com. ESPN.com's bold prediction for the Packers over the next 3 seasons is that Micah Parsons will break the single-season sack record. Do you agree or disagree? Are you buying or selling?
Let me introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. I had never stepped foot in a chiropractic's office until I started working with Jens, and I've been going there now the last 2 months. I look forward to my weekly appointments that I go up there for on Wednesday. Maybe you don't have to go that often. Me, unfortunately, I do. I had a little bit of lower back pain, kind of ignored it, didn't think it was a big of a deal. Now with Jens, I go through it every single week because what's great with Jens is they're not just trying to mask the pain that you're dealing with. They want to get to the bottom of the issue, the cause, the root issue of the problem. They're not just helping you manage those symptoms. Jens Family Chiropractic focuses on what's really causing the issue with personalized treatment plans designed around each patient. Nearly 10 years serving Milwaukee area patients, thousands of patients helped. So see if they can help you. And they've got a number of different methods that can help you out. Maybe it's not even lower back pain that you're dealing with, but they can certainly help with a number of different things. Learn more. Check out new patient specialists. JentsFamilyChiropractic.com. That's JentsFamilyChiropractic.com.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Southbound on 43. Got some backups from Hampton down towards Keefe. Beyond that, all the way to the Marquette, looking good. Westbound 94 is going to be heavy from 35th Street to Hawley Road, and then from Highway 100 to the county line. Eastbound is tightening up from 84th Street all the way to 35th. New traffic pattern at 35th Street where we're down an extra lane there, so we only have 2 to work with. Northbound 4394 is going to be slow around the Plainfield curve up past Oklahoma Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, partly cloudy and humid. A chance for afternoon showers or storms, a high of 81. Tonight, storms ending, partly cloudy skies with a low of 64. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Have you ever looked in the mirror and just didn't feel like yourself anymore? Maybe your clothes don't fit the way they used to, or you don't like how you look in them. It's more than that. It's how you feel walking into a room, avoiding photos, or not feeling as confident as you used to. Over time, that wears on you. But here's the truth. Losing weight is one thing. Feeling confident again and keeping the weight off, that's what really matters. At Milwaukee Weight Loss, they help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, crazy workouts, or prepackaged meals. More importantly, they show you how to keep the weight off so you can feel comfortable in your clothes, confident going out, and actually like what you see in the mirror again. Josh DiMaggio here. Since starting Milwaukee Weight Loss, I don't just feel lighter, I feel more confident. I dropped a couple of waist sizes, I've got more energy, and I just feel better about myself. It's time to get back to you. $200 off now through August 31st. Schedule your free consultation now at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Results may vary.
Summer is flying by, and now is the perfect time to take a look at your home's exterior. ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta here. Peeling paint, worn trim, and small carpentry issues can quickly become larger ones once Wisconsin's weather starts to turn. That's why I chose 2-Day Painting for my own home. Beyond painting, they handle the carpentry repairs and exterior improvements to help protect my investment. Right now, you can ask about 15% off and schedule a free estimate today at 2daypainting.com. That's 2daypainting.com, and tell them Jen sent you.
Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Chris Canty here. Football season is back, and Lids has you covered. Just in time for kickoff. Want the latest headwear to rep your team at the tailgate, at the barbecue, or at the game? Shop the 47-brand NFL collection, exclusively in-store at your local Lids. This collection puts a new spin on retro NFL gear. Lids has every fan covered with all 32 teams, featuring the big-time hits and alternate team logos. You'll find the perfect fit for every Sunday. Selection may vary by store.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
You're listening to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
But remember he said his birthday?
Yeah.
Maybe we get a little freaky.
Yeah. Like and everyone's like, oh, look at our horny little boy. We're so good for him. Like everybody's so supportive of Giannis, they just kind of look past it.
On 94.5 ESPN.
Commercial payments at Fifth Third Bank are experienced and reliable. They're also constantly innovating. Might seem contradictory, but Fifth Third does just that. They handle over $17 trillion in payments smoothly and effectively each and every year. And they're also named one of America's most innovative companies by Fortune magazine. After all, that's what commercial payments are all about. Steady, reliable expertise that keeps money flowing in and out like clockwork. But commercial payments are also about building new and disruptive solutions. So Fifth Third does that too. That's your commercial payments, a Fifth Third better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member, FDIC.
What, and I mean this fully respectfully, the hell are you doing over there examining your water bottle?
He's looking for mold.
Yeah, thank you,
He's
Gabe.
looking for mold.
That's not mold. That's some sort of food that made its way in there.
just a
Clean.
It's just a couple of pepper flecks in the Mio.
Why don't you get like a bigger, just like permanent water bottle instead of consistently just reusing the big water jug? Like you could get a big actual water bottle, like what Jen had.
I know, but you can't put it in the dishwasher because the mouth is too small. The water will never get in there.
So you just chuck it?
Yeah.
So how often are you buying those big water things?
A little more in the warm weather.
Let's get a little more moldy.
Cold is pretty good.
Can you put that in the refrigerator so at least it's like nice and chilly?
Then it's cold.
You know,
He doesn't like cold water?
No. You like cold water?
Oh, love it. Cannot
Ugh.
get cold enough.
Oh, but you know what he does in the winter when he's up here? He throws it in his truck, and then it freezes overnight.
And then it freezes,
And then it's nice and cold, but you don't like that.
Too cold.
But he still doesn't stop putting it in his truck.
No.
Speaking of cold, it sounds like the Green Bay Packers are going to be underdogs for the first game of the season against the Minnesota Vikings. Were you guys surprised to see that, given all of the, challenges that Minnesota has faced this year, namely trying to figure out who their quarterback was going to be?
Yeah, they opened up at 1.5 favorites, and now it's flipped where they are 1.5 dogs.
The whole game is Kyler. That's it. If Kyler sucks, they win. If Kyler plays,
and I don't know if
then-
Kyler. I mean, I don't know if Kyler's going to play well.
I don't either.
They keep trying to sell me on Kyler Murray being some sort of savior for the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, this guy can be just like Sam Darnold. I don't know if that's the case.
Yes.
We have had a lot more sample size on Kyler Murray in Arizona than we did with Sam Darnold before he arrived in Minnesota, because they pulled the plug on Sam Darnold pretty early and pretty quick in New York, and then he bounced around for a little bit before he's now resurrected his career. I mean, Kyler Murray's been the starter since day one. He got an extension in Arizona. Like, we've got more information on Kyler Murray. I think Kyler is who he is. Maybe KOC can wring a little bit more out of him, but I think the limitations are pretty clear. Now, he can go out and play a good game. We've seen plenty of that. I don't know if he can play great for an entire season.
What's the offense? Head-to-head. Push? Green Bay a little better? I mean, is Josh Jacobs going to play? Where's he at?
I would assume he's playing.
Fair question.
I would assume he is
Their
playing.
receivers are better. Our tight end is better. Our quarterback's better. Their O-line is better. I mean, the edge may go to Green Bay slightly.
I like the Packers running back. I'll take
better than
Jacobs over Jones.
Of course.
Even if it's Lloyd?
I was going to say Jordan Mason's likely the starter there now.
Still.
Correct.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Still taking Josh.
I'm afraid of Brian Flores' defense and the offensive line.
Sure. I think that's a fair comparison.
I think that's a
or fair
huge
concern.
swinging. Like, I mean, I believe that they're going to improve from last year, but first week, you don't necessarily
on the road,
right? You haven't really worked with these guys. Like, having that and what Brian Flores' defense is bringing in front of defensive fronts and looks, that's scary.
Did watching Jackson Dart get absolutely annihilated over the weekend by that Brian Flores defense even raise more eyebrows for you?
It was a stark reminder of what can happen, and that to me I think is a huge issue, more so than Parsons. Like, are we going to be able to run a functional offense?
Well, and that one play made me think, okay, maybe we don't see Marshawn Lloyd all that much against Minnesota, even if he's healthy, because I don't know how good he is at picking up blitzes.
I mean, you got three.
Your boy Chris
And
Brooks
Flores
is really good.
blitzes the hell
You
out
have
of opponents
the potential for three youngsters starting day one.
on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Chewy, I would bank on those three guys being in the starting lineup.
Because I asked Gabe during the break earlier, Chew, why haven't they kicked the tires on Kevin Zeitler, who is a free agent? Obviously, the Wisconsin connection, having grown up here and played for the hometown team. He's a free agent out there right now, and if you're looking for veteran leadership and somebody who can just step in a pinch at guard, feels like Kevin Zeitler would be a guy. But you are not seeing any traction. You haven't heard any reports of those two sides having conversations. I'm a little surprised by that, given the state of the offensive line, if I'm being honest.
I think first and foremost, it starts with the age.
He's 36.
It's 36.
Yeah, that's a little old.
I could see them adding him. I think they're going to give the three guys that have been trying out there every opportunity to fail before hitting the Kevin Zeitler button. He was far
is it
better than
too
Anthony
late,
Belton
though?
last year. Just by like,
Well,
all
but
the
it doesn't
numbers.
seem like Belton's a guard anymore for the Packers either.
Which is so confusing.
Based on everything they're doing with Belton this training camp, he is shifted to tackle, and Jacob Monk and Jagger Burton are the guards.
That made it a little more scary for me. I mean, none of them are proven. None of them
But if I'm being honest, you,
yeah.
if you throw Aaron Banks in there, I'm not feeling great about Aaron Banks playing either. I know he's a veteran, but if strenuous football activity flares up his tendinitis.
But what about Zeitler if you threw him in there at left guard?
We're running out of time here.
But I'm saying, well, they could bring him in. I mean,
yeah.
But would you feel better about a guy like that, even at 36, over Jagger Burton, the rookie?
Probably.
Slightly.
We just don't know because they're not going to play anyone in the preseason. Sure, you can go against this third-year, fourth-round pick out of wherever, but you're not going against Hayward for Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
You know?
We'll see what Denver does. I mean, Sean Payton's a little more old school. He might be playing some of his guys for a series or two, so you might get a little bit of that flavor for the Packers' offensive line this week. But again, you're not going to see the entire Packers' offensive line together until week 1 because they're not going to play Zach Bacabawele in the preseason.
No.
So you might be able to get the other 4, right, from right guard over to left tackle, but you're not going to get your right tackle. You're not going to get your preferred starting 5 in there for any preseason game.
Which smells of conservative game plan for week 1.
But again, I know we talk about this all the time. It sounds like a broken record. When you talk about consistency, when you talk about continuity, don't you want that on the offensive line? Don't you want them having every opportunity to be running together, develop that chemistry?
Yeah, that's why you deal with a little pain early in the year. You know?
I guess we're coming back to the first point we made, which is the Packers are 1.5-point underdogs at the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, you can kind of talk here because after what you're saying here, you're like, okay, the offense is probably going to push because of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. I mean, probably think they're going to be good, but I mean, a 5th-round pick coming in day 1 with the training camp they go through now, he's going to get beat. Oh, sure. It happens. So, I don't know. What defensively, without Micah, who would you take? Whose defense is better?
I mean, the Vikings. Just because, and that to me is just the Brian Flores factor. I think he's going to do he knows who he has. He knows how to use the pieces that he has.
Yeah.
And I'm not super impressed with what they have on the back end, but that's why they blitz as much as they do.
Yeah.
To try to get to that pressure. So, that's the way Flores decides to deal with it. Hey, we don't have, we're putting some of those guys on the island, but if I get to you quick enough, doesn't matter if those guys are on an island.
Is that the Micah effect? Why it flipped from 1.5 to negative 1.5?
Well, we always knew he was going to miss
Micah was
week
always
1.
going to be out.
I know, but they knew when they set the line where they were favored by a point. And what flipped it?
I think that's a very good question, to be honest.
Kyler settling in, probably. Then more
Really?
money comes in on the Vikings. And
it's Kyler being announced. That's probably the biggest thing.
But they said he sucked.
Yeah, J.J. McCarthy was the worst quarterback.
Yeah,
in the
I know.
NFL.
Yeah.
And Shedeur Sanders was all-time bad. And J.J. McCarthy was even worse all-time bad.
I believe Shedeur made the Pro Bowl. So
he did. That's a good point.
Good.
It's a good point by Chew.
Are we Pro Bowl yay or Pro Bowl nay today? I just want to...
Well, we were Pro Bowl nay earlier when I brought up Frank, but now he's Pro Bowl yay because he's trying to make a point.
Thank you.
We'll take a break here on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. And guys, listen, I'm 45 years old, and up until last year, I did not have a will. Now, that's a problem because I have a lot of things that I want to protect if something were to happen to me. And maybe you're the same. Maybe you know that you need to do it, but you've been putting it off. And if that is the case, guys, I cannot speak highly enough about my personal experience working with Hildebrand Law Firm and Kirsten Hildebrand, who runs the firm. I went in with a lot of questions. She answered all of them. There were times where I thought, I don't know if I want to do that. She gave me the reasons why it was actually in my and my family's best interest. And look, are these conversations that you want to have? No, not really. What happens to me if I pass away? What happens to my husband if I pass away? What happens to the people that we leave behind? What happens to our homes? But you have to get those things in line. And the team at Hildebrand Law Firm can help you figure it out. Do not wait until it is too late. You are absolutely going to need estate planning, whether you want to or not. So go over and talk to them. Have a comfortable conversation with the folks at Hildebrand Law Firm. Don't wait until life forces you to make those decisions. Visit their website, which is hildebrandlawfirm.net, hildebrandlawfirm.net, to request a consultation today and tell them Jen from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy sent you.
More Jen, Gabe, and Chewy coming up on 94.5 ESPN.
Catholic Memorial Football is back. This Friday, the Crusaders kick off the season at home against Milwaukee Bradley Tech. Hear every snap live on 94.5 ESPN and watch the action on ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Catholic Memorial Football is presented by Tony Wendorf and Associates, D&M Accounting, R&R Insurance, Urchel Real Estate, and Curative Care Network. And brought to you by Home Sealed Exteriors, Perspire Sauna Studio, BC Adhesives, Gerald Nell Incorporated, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, and KMI Construction. Catholic Memorial Football, this Friday at 4:30 on 94.5 ESPN and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Hi, this is Mike from Infinity Exteriors. Most contractors cut corners and disappear when there's a problem. Not us. Since 1997, we've completed over 60,000 projects, earned thousands of five-star reviews, and were named 2025 Roofing Magazine Contractor of the Year. We set the standard for exterior remodeling, trusted by homeowners, proven every single day. We're excited to show you why choosing Infinity means peace of mind. Visit infinityexteriors.com to see why your neighbors trust Infinity.
ESPN Milwaukee fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. If you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica, Jens Family Chiropractic focuses on finding the cause of the problem, not just helping you manage the symptoms. For nearly 10 years, they've helped Milwaukee area patients find real answers through personalized care and advanced treatment options. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Empower. Ellie here is getting the sleeve she's always dreamed of. She worked with Empower and planned for her next move, so she got good at money. Now she can be a little bad. Oh, by the way, you spelled journey wrong. No worries. She can afford the cover-up, too. Ooh, check out my tat. It says, invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Michelle here. Look, in sports, the best teams know when to make their move. Sherwin-Williams is making theirs with 30% off Duration, SuperDeck, and Woodscapes products. August 14th through the 24th. You know, I'm looking at these studio walls and I'm thinking I wouldn't mind a little more red in here. Get that Cardinal spirit going. Yeah, I like that. Order online, get everything delivered right to your door, or swing by your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Hey, Tom, I just really can't get my kids off their phones lately. What's your secret, man?
I told you last time, go to PrecisionSportsOnline.com and buy a hoop. And while you're there, include their court line painting. You'll thank me later. PrecisionSportsOnline.com. That's PrecisionSportsOnline.com.
I'm Josh DiMaggio, and since starting my journey with Milwaukee weight loss, I can honestly say I feel better than I have in a long time. For me, this started as a weight loss journey, but it's become about so much more than the number on the scale. I've got more energy, my clothes fit better, I feel healthier, and there's definitely a confidence that comes along with seeing and feeling those changes. You don't always realize how much weight can affect you, whether it's avoiding pictures, not feeling great in certain clothes, or just not quite feeling like yourself. I didn't want to wait until something forced me to make a change. I wanted to start taking better care of myself now. Milwaukee Weight Loss helps people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days. There are no injections, prepackaged meals, or extreme workouts. What I really like is that it's not just about getting the weight off. They can help you build habits and learn how to keep it off. If you've been telling yourself you need to lose weight, feel better, or start taking your health more seriously, this could be your time to do it. Right now, you can get $200 off through August 31st. Schedule a free consultation at MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
So do you guys want updates throughout the day from my hand saga? Do you want to know when I'm seeing the hand specialist to find out if I got to lose the pinky or not?
Only if there's an amputation.
Oh, that's what I said. I have to lose. They have to take the pinky.
Well, then I'd be wrong, and I don't want to be wrong.
And you'd rather find out privately if you're wrong than
Yes.
if she came in and revealed
Tomorrow,
to the world
with
tomorrow.
9 fingers.
Please.
A little nervous.
What happened here? What happened